Boom. The world's gone to hell. All in a song. Episode 144, Stl Roar. Louis Wood Productions, A Soldier by Blood, and our special guest tonight is Mr. Chris Zumalt again. Yes! He's a repeat performer. I have not. Where's my volume? Oh, is this my volume over here? Let's try that again. I knew they were there somewhere. So you got some new songs and some new music and all that good stuff?
So I think last time we had spoke, or last time I was on the show,
Yeah.
I just had run out at that time. I don't think I had. I think I did like a snippet of Get Up Child before I went to the studio,
Right.
maybe. So that's out now, and then I've got another one called Take Your Medicine Out, and then October 5th I'm going to hit the studio for a long session, and we're going to see if we can hack out some,
Very cool.
quite a few.
And your kid was here. Your kid was
my
here.
kids were here.
They're great. They're great. Yeah. You should include them. Throw them on there.
We do.
Make them fetch waters or something, you know. Yeah. No, they're really good. So go ahead.
Yeah, this one's called Take Your Medicine, so. Everywhere you go, everything you do, every commercial you see, for asking how you taking these pills to find out. With everything you feel is wrong, it's side effects, side effects, with lots more these. Do this, don't do that. There's no rabbit you can't pull from. You ask about the money and the good times with your body. The man's got the money looking funny. The guy's a hijack. Side effect. Getting lots more of these. Take your medicine. Everything seems so sad. Take your medicine. You realize the powers of people, the media, it's time to take a stand against the man. First, let's take our medicine. Side effects, with lots more degrees. Take your medicine, yeah. Everyone seems so sad. Take your medicine, yeah.
Woo! That was a good one. Turn them down a little. They got really loud, didn't they? They liked it.
Should we do another one?
Yes, of course.
Let's do Get Up Child.
All right.
So I wrote this one basically, it's for people who are depressed or whatever. Basically just kind of laying in bed and can't get up. Listen to
Right.
the song, hopefully maybe you will.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Get up, get from rising. Sun is shining on your face. Get up, get that Yep, gonna rise up, gonna win by a landslide. Sometimes it isn't going nowhere. Sometimes one step goes 2 steps back. Ain't gonna tell you what to do. Ain't gonna tell you what to do. Just gonna push right on through. Get up out. Yep, gonna rise up. The sun is shining on your face.
Very good. Woo! You know, Adrian Vesper? He's a longtime musician. He's freaking amazing. He just said he likes your melodies. He says you have great melodies.
Thank you.
Yes. Shout out to Mr. Adrian Vesper. Hey, yo.
I probably know him on Facebook.
Yo, Adrian.
How you doing? Kind words, Adrian.
So how about another one?
Yeah, let's do one I haven't recorded yet. How about that?
That'd be awesome.
Sneak peek.
First time, yes. We'll take it.
It's about time I told you I'm done seeing me this way. Here's the keys to my truck. Take it and go away. Flying down, but I'm baby. Oh, mine, but you speak so much pain. I felt it long ago. I knew we would end this way. Did me for the last time. Eyes won't in your way. Flying out, but I'm
Whoa. Awesome. I like the way that ended. So how's your voice after all that? I was like, uh-oh, it's going to be shot now.
We're doing pretty good.
So you've done, what, 5 days straight? Is that what you're saying?
Something like that, yeah. Well, I mean, like, so last week I went to Arkansas and did Bird Fest. So that was like a 6-day ordeal. Played two shows there, plus played around campsites and stuff and just had
What's
fun.
Bird Fest?
Bird Fest is a big
What part of Arkansas?
Ozark, Arkansas.
Oh, you
Mulberry
gotta be
Mountain.
kidding me.
And it's
I got family there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they were there.
So it's basically a big venue, or a festival. There's the Schwags there.
Mhm.
There's this year there was a Led Zeppelin tribute. There was a Pink Floyd tribute.
No.
And then there was me. Oh, Mountain Sprout was also there. They were pretty cool too.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's just a big. I think about I forget the exact exact head count, but I know it was in the area of like 1,800 or so. Something.
And they're all related, I promise you.
Probably.
Yes.
There's more people from Missouri. You'd be surprised.
Like I said, I'm related to by marriage and ex-marriage, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So you might have been related to all the Missouri people too. You don't know.
Oh, probably. Who knows? I think we're all related, somehow or another.
I'm sure.
Definitely.
Definitely. So yeah, what's new in your world?
Oh, you know, same old crap, different day.
Yeah.
Just trying to promote as much music as I can.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah.
We appreciate you.
But yeah, and you got some. I mean, pat yourself on the back. You should be proud of your boys. I mean, you
Oh, yeah.
legacies there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
for sure.
not going to share a stage
That's not necessarily true just yet.
because you're doing your music this way and they're going this way with theirs, and you're going to meet in the middle sometime maybe and
I'm sure we
like
will.
do something together.
I'm sure we will. Basically, it's just more of a thing of they wanted to kind of carve their own path.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And you know, being different ages and different things of that too, we probably, you know, in the beginning didn't see eye to eye on some things. So just as far as me giving them advice as far as, you know, what to do and how to go out there without trying to ruin your reputation right off the bat or anything else.
Right.
Don't
Yep.
try to chase venues that you're not ready for, that kind of thing.
Right.
But we've, you know, we've had our talks and stuff, and eventually we'll get where we're on the same page. It's
Well,
just-
yeah. I mean, it's just they do, and they have a great
They're doing
style.
their thing. Oh yeah,
They're-
they're doing good.
they are doing
And,
good.
definitely proud of them. They've built themselves a little, you know, following, and they're doing good. So
I know.
definitely proud of them. Like I said, it was in the beginning. It was one of those things where we had to, you know, they just needed to get some experience and understand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because you already had your stuff going, but I mean, just the fact that they just jumped up there and wanted to play is just, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that's gotta.
No,
Oh,
and
that's amazing.
it's
That's
funny
great.
'cause when they were kids, I tried to, you know, not really push them in there, but
Right.
give them the opportunities.
Mhm.
Bought basses and guitars and whatever for Christmas and all these things. And they always, you know, kind of just was like, whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
And then all of a sudden one day they were both like, we're gonna do this. I'm like, okay. You know, that takes there's a lot to it, right?
Right.
You know, one of those things, and they're like, yeah, we got this. And so, you know, I gave them the best advice I could at the time,
Mhm.
and they went out and ran with it, and they're doing pretty good.
Well,
So
that's good. That's
definitely,
great.
Definitely proud of them.
That's funny. The Levy boys. You know, Jacob and Ari.
I think you mentioned that before.
Jacob's got this wild hair. He's a great shredder, and
Okay.
his dad doesn't.
Gotcha.
But it was the same with Jacob. I mean, he tried to get him to play when he was a kid. He wouldn't touch it, and then the minute he picked it up, he just took off with it. You know, so.
So no, I'm excited to see what they do. You know, it'll be great to see because they're young enough. They've got the look and the age, and you know, I mean, and they're on their side. So, you know, if they definitely start, and they've already started to show signs of this now. But in the beginning, it was a little tougher. But showing signs to heed to advice and experience and figuring out, you know, the things that it's more than just having a voice and the ability to play. You also have to put the show together. You gotta, like, you know,
Right.
interact with the crowd. There's a lot to it. It's not just, hey, I'm here playing my guitar. You know,
Right,
so
exactly.
It was one of those things. But they're growing up. They're doing their thing, and really proud of them. So,
They'll get it. They'll
yeah.
get
Oh,
it.
yeah,
So.
they're definitely gonna get it.
And you know they're still looking at you from the background, going, "Yeah, let's do it that way, but don't tell him." Don't
Yeah,
tell
I
him.
know. Yeah,
We
trust
can't.
me.
He can't be right. We can't tell him he's right. No, that's not gonna happen. Tell your parents they were right.
Yeah,
No,
I mean-
my kids are grown and gone. They still won't tell me I'm right.
Yeah, exactly. And I probably would be, you know, the same way with my dad. So I totally, you know.
Did your dad play? Did your
No,
family play?
No. So I pretty much started that whole thing. On my mom's side of the family, there was a few people that played here and there, but nothing, just more of a hobby, kind of fiddly on porch, you know, thing. So no real, you know, influence as far as that goes. I don't know what it was. We were younger. My older brother was, I think he probably was the reason we got into it. One of his friends was playing, and he just thought it was cool. And then the next thing I know, I'm looking at, you know, MTV, and I always did want to play when I was younger. But pushing the point to where we got our parents to actually buy a guitar or something,
Right,
you know, it
right.
was a whole other story. And my older brother, for whatever reason, was better at that than I was. I was the middle child, so I was kind of more reserved and like, whatever you guys want, you know, I'm just here. Where my older brother was like, hey, I really, really want this, and I'm gonna throw a fit, and if you don't get it, and then he would, you know, get tired of whatever it was after 2 weeks, and then when he was out with his friends or whatever, I'd pick up and I'd play it, and he didn't know I could even play it. And then one day could probably beat the guitar over my head because I was playing his guitar, but you know.
Does he still play?
Yeah, my older brother, I don't know. So that's a long story, but
That's
so
okay.
basically, my nephew that was with my son,
Uh-huh.
he's my adopted son,
Right.
Because of things of that nature. So
They are definitely brothers for sure.
oh yeah,
I mean, they're
more
just.
than cousins at this point. for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. No, and they're gonna do great things. Like I really do wish them to do that, and anything I can do to help them with that, we're gonna try to do. You know what I mean? But
Well, yeah, no, they're very proud of you. I mean, they said all kinds of good stuff, and it was just like, oh, well, you guys should play together. No, he's doing his thing, and we're doing our thing. I said, okay, well then,
they wanted it. They're pretty bullheaded about the whole because we had talked about doing something at one time, and I think my son Aiden, I think he just wants to do his thing.
Nothing wrong with that.
And he wants to do his thing, so he doesn't want Dad slowing him down or whatever.
No, I think it's more like he wants you to be more proud of him than slowing him down. Like he can do it himself.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because, he's got to follow you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's, and they're playing a lot of cover stuff, and you're doing originals.
Well,
So-
and I started out that way. I used to do cover stuff, and I've written the originals over the years, but I just never put myself out there until then I had surgery, and life just kind of went, hey, if you don't do this now, you're never going to do it. I was like, okay, well, here we are.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So no, and I think they're dabbling at this point, because I told them, one of my biggest mistakes was not doing the original sooner, and so I think they're dabbling and pushing toward, trying to slowly, because they're already trying to groove or get a groove going as far as the following and all that
Right.
stuff. So now I think they're trying to carve their little original side if they can, and I hope it works for them. So
They will. They'll figure it out. Once they get one of them under their belt, it'll start to come. So, but yeah,
it all takes time, that's for sure.
it's all good.
But so let us try to think. This year's been nutty. I've been non-stop. It seems like all over the lake, all over the state, playing different events all over. I feel like I'm forever tired. I can't catch up on sleep.
Are you doing all solo stuff? Are you doing anything with any
No,
bands
so
or
we did
anything?
band
Or
stuff. We just did Boots at Bush, which congratulations to Russo and Co. and all the rest of the guys that were the finalists. Russo and Co. ended up taking it, so we did that. That was full band. We just played at Honky Tonk Friday. That was full band. In October, we've got a big weekend. I think it's October 20th. We're playing Herman 1837 is a full band for the Oktoberfest outdoor deal there. That's going to be a big one. And then the very next day, we drive from there to, that night, as soon as the gig's over, we're going to drive up to, I think it's Brookfield, Missouri, and we're going to play a big event up there.
Where's that at?
And,
What
so
part
it's up by like Lawrence, or is it Lawrence? Laredo, Missouri, I think it is. Up by, it's up like north,
Kirksville?
directly east of Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just this side, basically. Not quite like St. Joseph, but
Right.
kind of in that area. And then from there we come back down to Lost Lake, I think it is. We're gonna do another like a Halloween harvest event or whatever. Both of those are actually cannabis related, but as you know, I'm a big pro cannabis guy.
Nothing wrong with that. That's I totally support it.
So,
I dabble once in a while, but yeah, it's
and it's not one of the things where like if you're my thing is if you're doing something that you can do naturally and give you the same result or better, then obviously but if it's not for you, then it's not for you. That's okay too.
but it's cured a lot more people than what they want to publicize. But now that it's legal, they just need to just let it go and stop getting so uptight about it. Because let it go.
Pretty much. And then the thing of it is like people talk about you can get fined if you're smoking in public and stuff. Find a cop that'll do it. Like, there's not many.
What?
You know what I mean?
Why could you get fined in public?
The way the law's written, you can get fined for smoking in public, but you got to find a cop that'll enforce it.
That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. I didn't know about that. Did you know about that, Tracy? That you can get fined in public if you're smoking? That doesn't make any sense, does it?
But then it's like up to municipalities. So the municipalities can do things for certain public events or certain areas. They can make a public smoking area.
It's crazy. I've driven down Broadway,
Yeah.
and you could smell it.
Oh, yeah.
You could
Nobody
smell. You
buys
could
it.
on the highway. You could. Who's patrolling that? Really, find something else to do. Go catch the really bad guys.
Exactly. What's he gonna do? Eat a bag of potato chips?
Right. Oops. Oops, my mic fell over. But I mean, yeah, I mean, seriously, that's just nuts. That makes no sense at
It is
all.
silly. And especially, in the world that I've been in the last couple of years doing all the different events and stuff. I mean, the public consumption and different things that, it's comical to even think about that's even written in the law because, even back in the day, people used to go out on the patio at bar, and you know what I mean?
I know it didn't. I mean, somebody was always token up somewhere. It wasn't a big deal. But I remember, I think we were like what the last 5 states to hold out as far as making it legal.
Yeah.
And there was a committee I was on. I think it was about 2013 or something. The Missouri. I mean, I've got all the paraphernalia. I used to push it all the time. It's
Right.
like there's just let it go. But it was crazy. I don't understand why it was such a. But there was too much money made in the illegal games and
That's what I think
political
it
shit.
boils
So.
down to. And then now they're talking about changing it to like a Schedule 3, but I personally feel like that's just somebody trying to take control of it. But that's how it goes.
Okay, Steve Schindler says hi. Hi, Steve. Adrian says we're all God's children. We are related. Yes, we are. Jason Slade is what? Do you know Jason Slade? Is he one of your friends?
That sounds familiar.
I know. I know he's one of my friends. So that's
He's
all good.
definitely one of the music people around.
Yes, he is definitely for sure. So, what you got next?
Let's do.
Or do you need a break? You're all right?
I'll do one more.
Okay.
Let's do one more. Let's do
If you want to do recording, you can hit Steve up too. He's got a killer studio in St. Peter's.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. You should see that. I got to brag about it for a minute because I've been there. So it is Steve Schindler.
Schindler? Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the old rockers from back in the day, and,
Okay.
and he's told this story. He used his old cocaine money to build the studio. So this thing is pristine. He's got 2 sets of drums, electric and non,
Yeah.
and he's a bass player, so he's got all kinds of basses. He's got every instrument you need in the studio. And when he records. If you do a band, you can do it together, but he likes to record separate and then put it together.
Cool.
He's a great mixer, and he's got a badass microphone collection. You should see it. Yes, it's very cool. Antiques and all the way up. So he's super cool to work with, and yeah.
Definitely network with them.
Yeah.
Right now I use Sawhorse and
Sawhorse, yeah.
Turnbull,
Mhm.
and I've been really pleased with the work and everything. So, but that doesn't mean that we can always work out some other stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can hit. I'll give you his information, and you can hit him up for sure.
This is my first original called Run. Nope, hold on. Okay. I woke up this morning and I grabbed myself a beer. Last night's bleeding into my atmosphere. Took a toll of smoke to make it clouds appear. Oh, make my demon run. Oh, make my demons disappear. Give me strength to stay out in here. Oh, make my demons run from here. Took a ride to clear my head, feel like headlights in a deer. Stop to fill up and grab some scratches in the beer. Sometimes it feels like maybe the end is near. Oh, make my demon run.
clear, just to numb the pain, but of course I still shed a tear. The stinger rings through even after all these years. Rolling my demon around, rolling my demon disappear. Getting strength instead out of fear. Rolling my demons, run from here.
Whoa. That was a good one. Do you need a break? You want to talk? What do you want to do?
Let's stop for a while.
Okay. I'll throw a song on real quick. Play. Is it not gonna play?
Better than I thought it was gonna.
That's good. Maybe we need to smoke more.
Peace, the place with color road. This mother show no boundary.
see, I don't think it was Louis Wood at that time.
Wood,
So
no, that was,
it probably was.
Episode 144, Chris Zumalt in the house. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. I need to be that loud. That's okay. Yes, we're excited. And of course, Tweezy, he's always here. Yes. My fault, I was late. Had a work thing. Thought I was done with work, and then the boss says, I need you to do something else. I work from home like 3.5 days a week. So, I always joke about, Monday being no pants Monday because I don't have to wear pants. It doesn't matter. It's awesome. It's a good thing,
Cool.
I don't have to walk out of the house. I have to get in traffic. It's great. It's killer.
What, casual Friday? You got no pants Monday. Huh?
No pants Monday and half day Friday. Come on, drop trial.
Saturday.
So you're not playing again till the 8th.
Yeah, August 8th, I'm at Twin Gables in Marthasville. Over at the old Corey's Twin Gables.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fun
that's a
little
cool
bar.
venue.
I like that place because, other than like a handful of regulars or whatever, it's never the same faces because the Katy Trail's right there, so
Right.
there's always just new faces. So that's a cool little venue to play. The food's always great.
The
Drinks are great.
food is amazing.
Yeah, and when the weather cooperates, I prefer to play outside.
Right.
Because the patio is cool, the deck area and all that stuff. But it can get really noisy there too, so it's kind of a hit and miss. But,
I know there's a lot of I ride, and a lot of us will
yeah,
ride
a
down
lot
there,
of
so
bikes
it's a
go
cool
down too.
ride.
Yeah.
It's really
And
nice.
It's funny because whenever like there's a group there and they've hit their limit or whatever, they got to go to the next stop because they're on this planned out ride. And then they all jump on the bikes and take off, and it's just thunder for like 15 minutes. Most of the time, I'll just kind of shut down and be like, "Yep, I'm just gonna wait that out," because if I try to compete against that, I'm probably gonna blow something out.
Right. Well, this weekend it's going to be Thunder. It's a Rat Run.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know what annual it is, but Infringement is playing at it'll be. Let's see, we go to Long Shots.
Long shots. Oh, nice.
Be cool.
That's
That'll be
always a
fun.
fun venue too.
It
I
is.
used
It's a
when
blast.
I used to ride back before I had disc replacement surgery and all that. My dad and them still ride. Some of my brothers do too. But we used to go there quite a bit back in the day. So it was always a fun place.
Yeah, the Rat Run. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and the Rat Run originated. It was actually started at Cadillac Jack's back in the day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But when I was doing it, we always started at Shady Jack's, and it was, I think the biggest one, we had like 5,000 bikes leave Shady Jack's at one time. And there was over 12,000 bikes that hit Long Shots that day.
Nice.
So yeah, it was amazing. It was wild.
What's out there on 94 that's usually part of that too?
Froggies.
Shirley's or something?
Yeah, Shirley's is on 94.
Yeah.
That's where usually we make a big stop right there.
I was gonna say, there used to
Everybody
be
gets,
a-
yeah.
like a-
And then we'll stop at Froggies and then head out to Long Shots. So,
Nice, nice.
so maybe some of the smaller bars along the way.
Yeah.
Boshertown is right after Shirley's
of
before you
course.
hit 94
Yeah,
completely.
yeah,
So.
that was always a good stop too. And then there's once you get on past out by the river, there's also like a couple different places out there. I used to play. I think Palisades Yacht Club or something was one of them. It's kind of cool, little venue over out in the middle off the river there, and then the boathouse. of
The
course.
boathouse on the North
That's-
Shore.
Everybody knows the boathouse.
A buddy of mine from high school owns that place, so
Yeah,
yeah, it's always
awesome.
fun. It's always fun.
Heck
So.
yeah. No, it's there's a lot of fun around here that you can have if you really just make a little trip or look some stuff up. A lot of people don't realize the cool little niche hole in the wall kind of places that are around. And while you're doing it, you can always find some live music because we love that.
Definitely. Well, definitely. In St. Charles, I grew up there, and Oktoberfest was this past weekend.
Oh, that was
We were
awesome.
at the lake, so I didn't get to go, but I mean, it's fun. And then, but right before that was what is it?
In St. Charles.
Yes,
Festival of Little Hills.
Festival of Little Hills.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We used to do that. That was the big
Yeah,
thing when
so
we were kids.
I think Festival of Little Hills was probably going on while I was in Arkansas, and then as soon as I got back, the crew that worked Birdfest was working Mo Roots in at the Bass River there, and so they ended up asking me to come down, and I helped them set that up. Unfortunately, the band that had canceled that I would have filled their spot didn't do so quick enough, and I had already booked those spots, so I had to come back and play some other stuff. But we still had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good.
Friday night we played honky tonk to a packed house. I mean, it was just.
That's a very cool venue.
It's such a cool little venue. I mean,
It
it's
is.
just I don't know. The energy there is like. There's another place in Colombia that I play. It's called Nash Vegas, and it reminds me of the same deal. It's like lying around the block the whole night. It's that college town. Kids wanting to.
Oh, yeah.
It's full capacity the whole night, 3 in, 3 out. Type thing, and it's just you don't even take a break. I usually play those 3-4 hours straight because there's just no way if you stop. Like the crowd just like, oh, what are you doing?
Right.
Like they give you the puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
And they start breaking out their wallets. Oh, they have $20.
Okay,
I really
one
gotta
more,
pee.
one more.
Give me a second here.
Have you played the Blue Note yet?
I've never got to play there. There was one time
They do a lot more full band stuff.
they
though.
do, and back when I did have a band, we had almost gotten in, and they reached out. It was one of those like, hey, last minute cancellation type things. Well, I guess the band that ended up getting that gig had reached out like 30 seconds before me, and I was like, and they'd already, you know, one of them type things. So, or I hit it right about 30 seconds after the conversation was done, probably. But it was one of them things. So, and then I never did hear from them again, you know. So, but they do a lot of bigger acts. That's some pretty, you know. But we'll see. Maybe one of these days.
Sometimes you just gotta stay on them because they will. They'll
Yeah.
come to a point where it's like, let's give this guy a chance.
Yeah. So, well, and so since we've done Bush of Boots and done a few other things, it seems like things have really just kind of soared. I don't know, you know, how to explain it exactly, but the algorithms and things on the social medias and stuff have just been different than they used to be. They say if you start getting those little bots and all your little comments and stuff, you've made it. Apparently, I've made it. So
That's good.
No,
Well, what about the Ozarks? Have you hit the Ozarks?
so the
I mean, we
Ozarks-
just did Lake. We just
Yeah,
went to Lake.
I'm playing Lucky's in November, December, and then I'm working on Foxtrot Charlie's and a couple others. And then I think it's Backwater Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy owns another one that
Wally
so
Boots?
The cook, yeah, I think it is. The cook is working on getting me in there because he found me at a couple of festivals. And
Yes.
has been following me around. And so I'm working on that. I'm working on a few other things. So my goal for next year is basically to just kind of dominate as much as I can. So just
Right.
you know, whatever I can do to get out there and do things. And if I can do more band gigs than solo gigs next year, that would be preferable as well. I'm trying to transition and morph into getting away from, you know, not that I don't mind playing a solo gig on a Sunday or something. Like I just played Music House this Sunday. And it was going to be solo, but my guitar player showed up and surprised, and we did a little duo thing. So
That's cool. That's a cool venue. Pam's awesome. Was
yeah,
Pam there?
Yeah, she
Okay,
was
cool.
not there that day. But Pam is the one that did all my booking and stuff and got me in there. And she is awesome. She's amazing. It's always a joy working with them. The patio out back is always fun too. It's got that nice, cool little, you know, closed-in vibe. It's pretty.
And you can
fun
smoke
little
all
spot.
you want out there.
Yes, you can.
Nobody
Yes,
cares.
you can. That's right. That's
Nobody's
right.
policing that patio.
What are you gonna do? Stop me now! Come on.
No, they don't. They're probably right there with you. They're just not wearing their uniform.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't tell you how many. Even back in the day, how many times I probably smoked with cops I didn't realize I was smoking with. One time I know I was because after the fact he showed me his badge and he was like, but he was from out of jurisdiction or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, I'm off duty. I do what I want. I was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, exactly. There are evidence lockers and there are evidence lockers.
Exactly. I'm more of them do
Stuff
things
does
that-
get lost, I think.
There you go. You know it.
That's all good. That's all good.
This is not legal advice, and do seek an attorney, but no.
Just remember, under so much amount, it's only a misdemeanor. Just don't get 3 of them.
Well, no, especially down here, it's decriminalized. I mean, it was decriminalized before it was medical, so you know. But like where I'm from, nobody cares.
Right.
It doesn't seem like, you know what I mean. Like most of the cops, if you talk to them, they basically like, you know, unless you're messing with kids or something, like, you know, selling to kids or,
Right.
or getting a kid high or whatever, or this or that, we really don't care. They got bigger fish to fry. You know,
Exactly.
There's bigger problems out there than that.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, waste your time on this stuff. This is crazy.
Exactly. They see it, and most of the, you know, most of them are pretty down to earth people. They get a bad rep, you know, a lot of the times. But and there are some of them that are horrible people. There's good and evil in everything. Open your eyes. It's pretty easy to see.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So when you go into the studio, you're going to at least do, I know I said this, you know, you got to at least do 1 vinyl. You got to do at least 1 vinyl.
Yeah, so what I was saving that for is my plan is at some point, depending on how everything works out on this next one, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do more of like an album with this drop, or if it'll be just more singles. I haven't really figured out the map of what I'm doing exactly on that. It'll more depend on, am I going to go ahead and make them full projects? You know, is it going to be a solo cut, or is it going to be full projects as far as the band and everything there? And so what I was really going to do is save the vinyl for that special, like when it's, you know what I mean? Like when you drop that, maybe I go ahead and do solos, and then all of a sudden I just grab them all up, make one big album, and then that's the vinyl, you know, something like that. So I don't know. I just figure if I go to that, pull that, I gotta leave some kind of ace in the sleeve, you know.
Yes, you do.
But-
So is your music out? Yeah, where's it at? Where can we find
so
it?
you can find it all over Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, pretty much everywhere they're streaming.
Is it on YouTube at all?
Yeah, YouTube also, YouTube Music, and it's so it's under Christopher Zumalt. They put me on as an artist when I filled out the thing, and so I branded everything else as Chris Zumalt Music, Facebook and social media, and I'd had that going before I ever did any of this stuff. So, trying to figure out the best way to kind of merge all that together. If anybody out there knows, you can always reach out and help me out.
Definitely. There's a lot of people that'll help you do that,
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah, for
sure.
sure.
You've lost your what? What is this? I don't know what that
Lost
is.
your mind?
Oh, yeah, that was a long
That
time
happened
ago.
years ago.
Oh, it's a long time ago. Oh, this is one of these crazy pop-ups that says you've lost your online protection. From what? I'm not touching that. I don't care. I lost that a long time ago.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't even know I did.
Right? How do you lose something you didn't know you had?
I know, exactly. Because people are going to say what they want to say. You can't always stop them. You can block them or you can hide their comments, but.
I've found that anymore, the people who know you know better for some of that stuff as far as that goes, and anybody who's got your back's gonna have your back. So there's haters out there. There's I put a reel out a while back. Was really the first hate comment I've ever had that I can remember, and it was Folsom Prison cover of Johnny Cash, except for I did it kind of a combination of Roy Clark and my own little thing, because. So when it gets to time keeps dragging, I usually do like this little stutter thing and make it sound like a CD skipping.
Right.
Because I feel like kids that didn't grow up in the 90s should know what a CD skipping sounds like. So
Right.
I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? Like, we all went through it. We all went through that little, you hit a bump, you hit a speed bump on the road.
Yep.
So
Yep.
drat. So it's just this little weird, thing that I do, a little quirk, whatever. And so anyway, some guy was like, don't quit your day job. And I'm like, I won't. Funny, does he know this is my day job?
This is my day
I
job.
promise I won't quit it.
But it's just like they always say, is there such thing as bad publicity?
No,
if they're
that's
talking
true,
about
too.
you, that's all
Yeah.
you want.
It's an extra comment. It's an extra like or
Right.
or a reaction. And Facebook doesn't care if it's an angry reaction or the thumbs up. They're going to send the algorithm because it was one more.
Right,
So,
exactly.
Go ahead. Click the button.
That's so ridiculous. Facebook drives me crazy. Every week I do my video, and it's it's always, I get the same bot that says, your music is not being played in 49 countries because they don't have ASCAP. I don't care.
Right.
As long as it's being played here,
Right.
I don't give a shit. If,
Worldwide,
Zimbabwe
that's cool.
can hear, this band play their original song.
Right.
But, it's like, I don't know why that comes up, but yeah, that's what it is.
Right.
And I've been popped for, you don't have the rights to play this song. It's an original song.
Right.
But, yeah, okay, well, whatever. Then don't play it.
They're funny about all that stuff.
But they're not even real people. It's just bots. They're
Yeah, a
just
lot of
picking
it
up
is.
stuff, and it's like, good Lord.
Oh,
But
you're
I
talking
can.
about those. I get those so I get probably, I swear it's probably at least 7 times a week. So once a day, at least somewhere in that range, where you'll get this message, and it'll be like them pretending to be some important thing from Facebook. And they're telling you, oh, your account is this. Click this link.
Yeah,
And-
don't do it.
No, I just
Spam.
send them to spam.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. I was like, one day I responded back. I was like, can you send this to somebody who's not dumb?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
ain't working, bro.
Right. It's so ridiculous. They don't care about important stuff. They just want to gig you for that
But I
kind
will
of
say
stuff.
they go some extra links sometimes to try to make something look, legit. But then they miss the easiest little details. Like for instance, there was a copy account of like Oliver Anthony or somebody the other day I was looking at, and it liked a comment I made or whatever, and so I went to look at it, and I was like, at first I seen the thing, I was like, oh, Oliver Anthony actually commented back, what? And then I look at the thing, and it was one of those accounts, and I click on the account, and there's 3 people that it follows or whatever, and they're all in this little language that's overseas or
Right,
whatever,
right,
you know
right.
what I mean, like Sanjeep or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, if the only 3 people you follow are Iranian or whatever country they're from, you're probably some kind of bot or some kind of, you know what I mean?
Right, or somebody
obviously
trying
you're
to-
not real,
Or somebody trying to get in
Maybe
your
you should
account.
follow some real accounts, like some real things on Facebook, and try to
Exactly.
really put the camouflage on, because it's
Yeah.
not working.
Right.
I see you, Sanjeev.
My favorite are when you get these friend requests where you have no friends in common. There's no
that's
friends
it.
in common.
Oh, yeah.
Or they'll use one person's military picture and have 14 different names attached to it. No friends in common. Delete, 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 delete. This poor guy, he's got his picture all over all these different names. It's ridiculous.
It's
I did get in a pissing contest with Facebook once over a song, and it was Steve Ewing. He's with The Urge
Yeah.
forever and a day.
Yeah.
And I've known Steve for 100 years.
My studio guy is actually his bass player for the acoustic band that they do.
Oh, yeah. He's great. Anyway, so I used one of his songs like usual, and thanks, Steve, for letting me use your song. Hey, no problem, no big deal. Well, they came back to me and said, you don't have permission to use the song. I've known this guy forever. He wrote the song. It's his song. Well, this is what I didn't know, because when he was with The Urge, Sony owns 90% of that music. Oh, so I was fighting with Sony and didn't know it. I was like, Steve, he's like, oh yeah, Sony owns that music. I said, okay, Facebook, I'll take that song down. Because they threatened to cut me off forever. I was like,
Wait a minute.
but yeah, I didn't realize that was it was a Sony song, because Steve did write the song,
Right.
but it was
Didn't
a long time
realize.
ago, and and I said, oh man, that
that's-
was the one time they got
kind of
to win
stuff
that one.
It's
But-
crazy, but it was like not too long ago. What was it? Ed Sheeran and the lawsuit with all that. You know what I mean? Like there's only 7 notes. There's only 7. You know what I mean?
What was it? I don't know this one.
So. I
Song-
think it
one of
was,
his songs?
It was Ed Sheeran, and it was somebody's family. It was one of his songs that they said that he stole from somebody else, and I can't remember who it was now. But the person has
What?
passed away, and it was their kids suing Ed Sheeran for stealing. You know what I mean? But he ended up winning the
Right.
lawsuit. But it as a musician, it's just kind of like.
That's
Especially
really
with all this
disheartening
AI
be-
stuff and everything else. It makes you wonder, like, you know what I mean? Like, why even go about it? But me being the person I am, I'm just going to do it anyway. So,
Right. That's just, who's sitting there listening to all, I just can't even believe that would be, how can you prove something like
Yeah, I
that?
can't
Because there's so many songs that relate to so many of the same things that people, how can you actually say that was stolen? I've worked a couple of his shows. He's one of those class acts. He's a super nice guy. He's
he's
not a
awesome.
screamer or yeller or anything like that. His whole
You
crew
can-
was super cool to work with, and just one of the better shows.
Yeah.
And as big as it was, it went off with a hitch.
yeah. Now, you can tell, I've followed his career over the years and stuff and seen a lot of his social media or like publicity stuff as far as, being on the news or different shows and stuff. And you can just tell from his demeanor, it's true and natural, and there's no fake, there's no gimmick. It's just that's Ed Sheeran.
Oh, I know.
So,
He laughs at himself out there. It's hilarious, some of the stuff. I messed that up. Let me start over.
he's kind of like Jewel. Didn't he start off like homeless and was living in a car?
Yeah.
Jewel's the same way, and she's one of the most down to earth artists. Also,
Definitely.
From what I've always heard. Never met her, but
Right.
but that's that comes from appreciating being in a place of life, going, hey, I know what that's like.
And not forgetting where you came from, and
Exactly.
appreciating the people who appreciate your art.
Exactly.
So there are a few that had forgotten, unfortunately, but it is what it
and
is.
It happens. After a while, things get to your head and mess with you. And shoot, this day and age, mental health is just wild. It's everywhere. It's running rampant.
Or the
it's kinda
business
sad.
or the business gets to you.
That
It's
side of it,
like
too.
how many
it's-
bands have get out there and how do they top their best number 1, number
Yeah.
10, best album?
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to top the next one, but they're in a contract and they've got to. Then it becomes a job.
Right,
They've
right.
got to produce this, and this because
Or they get out there and they get that one hit and they worked all the way to that point, and then they go, oh, we made it. Don't realize that it takes more work to keep going.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Here we go. But no, it's and not only that, it's always been a dog eat dog business in the first place. I mean, it's it takes a lot to stay on top, and your feelings. You got to just throw those things out the side.
You can only have one. You can only have the one. That's it. The rest of them, forget it. Put those on a shelf. Nobody's earned those other ones yet. How long you been in the business?
So I've been playing music. I started playing, when I was young. I also played on a worship team in a church for a long time. But as far as playing what you would call the business, I probably started off into that in my early 20s, somewhere in there, just doing open mic nights and different things, hosting them, not just, showing up and playing, and doing different things like that. And then I started doing the acoustic stuff, and then I got playing lead guitar in a couple bands and just kind of doing that. So overall, I mean, as far as music experience, probably around 32 years. But as far as playing out and being in the industry, I'm at least 25 to 26 years, something like that. Because for a good while there, and then having kids and stuff, I worked quite a bit when I was younger too. So it was trying to find that ability and time to do it. As far as that goes, balancing that life, that was crazy. So there was a stage where I was not really pushing too hard because I didn't want to. Yeah, I just needed to get out and play music. It was enough where it was like, okay, I'm gonna go on tour or nothing, because I didn't want to run away from my family or anything else. So, but nowadays it's more like whatever we can do, let's do it. So,
Right.
But no, it's I've had different bands over the years. I've done the acoustic thing several years. I used to have a little 3-piece like blues band that we used to play all over the place around St. Louis and stuff, and St. Charles and all that. And then we'd go a few other places, and then I got in with this other band playing lead for them, and we went several places, Georgia, Chicago, Nashville, and just different places, and played a lot of Missouri and Illinois also. So it's been a crazy ride, that's for sure.
Oh, sounds like it. Okay, so Rick Chambers is watching. Shout out to Ricky. He said it was Marvin Gaye's family that sued Ed Sheeran.
That's who it was. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't remember. I knew it was like a pop star from the 70s, like R&B type.
I kind of heard something about it, but it's like in the back of my mind. It's like, oh wait, but I didn't.
And I forget this. I think it was "Let's Get It On" actually. And now that I think about it, and one of Ed, I can't remember the song of his, and it was maybe somewhat similar or whatever, in that little whatever.
Right.
But it obviously wasn't enough to be like, hey, he definitely just totally took this and put it in his studio clip, and you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because to me that's where it's stealing it,
But where do you draw the line in regards to your influences and who you like, and you're finding your own sound and you're putting stuff in there?
Right.
I mean, what words do you?
Yeah, that's I think that's obviously for the courts to decide, but at the same time, it's one of those things where your influences are gonna come out. That's just whoever you listen to 1,000 times because you just loved it, that's gonna come out of you. There's no way to. It's repetitious. Our human nature is muscle memory. Repetition.
Oh, definitely.
It's everything we do becomes a habit if you do it long enough. What is that? Muscle memory. That's all it is.
Well, and all songs are tied. I mean, especially when you have your favorites, they're all tied to some kind of memory or something, and it's like something you went through, and you're going to sing about either the same thing or something close to it. So how do you distinguish what's yours and what was that, or it's just I don't know. That's kind of
and the other thing of it is, aside from tribute bands, which
that's a whole different animal.
A straight up tribute band. I feel like if you're doing covers, and maybe a lot of St. Louis is probably going to disagree with me on this, but I've always felt like if I was doing somebody else's song, they would want me to do it the way I interpret it.
Right.
They don't want me to copycat them.
Well, because you can't always copycat it to a T unless you're a tribute band.
Well,
and there's a lot of bands that do that. I've heard this from a lot. I put my spin on it. Put your spin on it. Do it.
As long as you keep the signature
right
and make it classy. You know what I mean? Like
right.
There's definitely a line of like, oh my God, you took that song and just took a giant dump on it.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like, especially like even me, with my originals, if somebody ever was to take those and cover them, I wouldn't want them to do it exactly the way I did it. I'd, maybe make it better, make it,
right.
You change the style, whatever, you know what I mean? Just make it your own. And that's just how I feel about it. But like I said, aside from tribute bands, obviously that's a whole nother animal.
Right. Well, Jerry Boshard's real good at, he'll take pieces of songs and put them together.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge, I love Enter Sandman, and he plays it for me on my birthday. And he's taken that song and
he's talking about I Rock Your Mama?
Yes, I Rock Your Mama. Yes, that's him. And he will take songs. He'll take another part of a song and he'll blend it in there, and then he'll come back to it, or he'll put another.
I do that
and
stuff like that.
It sounds really good.
Instance,
it's a good transition.
I do What I Got, Sublime, and then I kind of go out of that into I can't remember what it is.
But it's fun. It's a fun twist to those songs.
I change it into Strokin', and then I go from that and I do. I can't think of the name of the song Dixie. How's it go? But I mashed like 3 different songs there, and then I do that with Joker also, and a couple other ones. So, but it is the crowd, and what's funny is because you'd be grooving along, and everybody's like, "Oh, I know this song, I know this song,"
And then
all of a
you
sudden
jerk it to
change
the other
and
one.
I'm
It's
just
like,
"Wait,
what?
Did I just? Oh my god! And it's just funny watching their faces go.
Mind blown.
Yeah,
But
so,
it's cool. It's
no,
cool because it's like, oh, I like
and
that one
that's part
too.
of being a showman, you know. And that's one thing, you know. Like I always told the boys, you know, it's you can sing, you can play, so can a lot of other people. You gotta find that thing that's yours, you know. Make it yours and do your thing and make your show, you know. Everybody's got their gimmick, so to speak.
Definitely.
So.
I mean, I think that people play covers. It's a total compliment to the artist. I
That
mean,
too.
it's
That too.
just like when you're an original artist and you see people sing your songs back to you. It's
Oh, yeah.
just it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same thing.
Nothing
It's,
better.
Yeah,
Nothing better.
I mean, it's definitely
Nothing better.
You ready to play some more?
Sure.
All right, awesome, awesome. So let's see. We heard "World Is On to Hell," and then we heard some Old Soul Kiss, and "Never Laugh When a Hearse Goes By" Torchlight Parade. So Conquest and Torchlight Parade are doing a gig October the 13th. And Derek Brumley's going to be here on October the 9th. I think that's the Monday before, to talk about that show and his new song. So, all right, Mr. Chris Zumalt, are you ready? In just a second. Swayze's got to turn cameras and make it right and fix it all. Because that's what he does. He's the expert. But we need that in here because it'd be a total train wreck. All right, is this one of your originals? You doing a cover?
We'll do a cover.
Okay.
We'll probably do some more rock this time.
Whatever you want to
A
do.
little more country, so.
Do you want one of those taller chairs to sit on?
No,
Episode 144, Christopher Zumalt. Find all his music on all the social medias under Chris Zumalt Music, right?
yeah, Chris Zumalt Music, and as far as the streaming, the originals, Christopher Zumalt.
Christopher's, okay.
Alright, so you've never heard me do any of my 90s stuff, so I'm not gonna do that. Maybe a little 2000s.
Good sound
I got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Everyone got the chain to break. Holding you. Will you wanna resist to be abused? Someone getting the best, 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 best of me. Someone getting the best, 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 best of me. Are you going on storming new? I needed someone to take my head out your new. Gave me something I didn't get, but I know you. I was too weak to live in, strong to love. My heart is under arrest again. I break loose. Head is giving me life on death, but I can't choose. I swear I'll never give in. I refuse. Someone getting the best, 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 best of you. Someone getting the best, 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 best of you. Someone taking the best, feel the thing you feel. You trust, you must confess. Someone getting the best, 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 best of you.
Yeah. Very good. They like that one too.
Thank you, thank you.
There was 10s everywhere. More, more, more.
Let's see.
Let's see, where am I that here?
Then you grab a hold of me. Tell me that I'll never be set free. I'm a devil's eye, creeping while I step into the night. 2 pints of booze. Tell me, are you babies too? You babies too? Yeah. Ain't got no money to spend. I hope this night will never end. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody give me over these reeds? Baby, you're big blue day. Grab the reef when out of diving bells. Swim money which I'll never. Bottles to blue angels. Dive deep, oh yeah. Grab the reef underneath my bed, underneath my bed. Ain't got no balls to die. Ain't got no time to go. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody give me over these reeds? Ain't got no balls to die. Ain't got no time to go. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody give me over these reeds?
What's your favorite song to play?
My favorite song?
Yeah. Which one is it that gets everybody all excited and
I don't know about excited, but surprised.
why?
This one kind of trips them out. Facebook might not like it real well.
Facebook has nothing. Not a cuss word. No fucking way. Are you kidding me?
Don't always have to fuck her hard. In fact, sometimes that's the right do. Sometimes you got to make some love and fucking give us some smooch too. Sometimes you got to squeeze. Sometimes you got to say please. Sometimes you got to say, I'm gonna fuck you. Slowly, I'm gonna screw you gently. I'm gonna hold you sweetly. I'm gonna blow you discreetly. Then you say I brought you flowers. Then you say, wait a minute, stop it. I think I got something in my teeth. Did you get it out of me? That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. What's your favorite dish? I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it sensible. And then I'll put it on easy. And then I'll put it up screaming. And then I'll put it on bleeding. But then I'm gonna
I love it. There's no censorship on this show.
No,
No, not at all.
not anymore.
No. Whoa. He thinks he's shocking us. Oh, no, that was a good one. Go ahead. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Yes.
Let's see.
What program is that you use?
So it's actually
There was one back in the day called Gig Easy, and when it came out, it revolutionized everything.
so I actually use Ultimate Guitar Tabs. Is what I really use, but I go through and I'll use a bassist tab or whatever.
Right.
I go through and I critique it to be accurate because most of them are not.
Right.
And then so I do things like that just to try to get it. But so it's I think it's a yearly subscription or whatever, and then you
Right.
can scroll, use it to do all that stuff.
Right.
I play so many venues. If I was playing like the same show over and over and over, I'd be able to probably memorize. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I play so many venues and I'm doing so many different things that it's like.
Well, yeah, certain songs are only going to fit with certain ones, and I get that because
crowd change, like if I can see that, you know, I have a crowd that's not liking what or you know, I can cherry pick and just change
Right.
change up. So
Right.
this allows me the freedom of all that stuff. So so it works out for sure. Let's see here.
yeah, Gig Easy was I think one of the first programs that I had a band. It was a duo. They had a notebook this freaking thick, over 600 flipping songs, and they're flipping these pages every gig. I said, stop doing that. Anyway, this program came out. I downloaded all their songs on it, and we had to get 2 iPads. It was like, oh my God, it's so easy. Oh, wow. It was a lot better than them flipping pages, like in band class or something. Let me flip through that.
I did the same thing back when I first started. I had the old school.
Yeah,
band.
a lot of bands did it, but once that kicked off, it was
Pioneer and then-
yes,
and then
yes.
The clear pages where you stick.
Well, sure. Some even had a light on it. I was like, they're killing me.
She wants shock, so we're gonna try to shock her.
I said 3, 6, 9, dead no pine. Suck it to me, baby, just one more time. From the window to the wall, until the sweat dripped down my nose. Oh, these pages scroll. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn. I showed it wrong, so presents of things. Look, that wasn't interesting me. In the night, this bitch is like. Came to the club, now 50 damn pound now. Can I bet you a baby now? Club on the set, need to calm down. Slowly gone, gonna sweat me now. We got two little motherfuckers threatening me now. Say 3, 6, 9. Baby, no lie. Suck it to me, baby, just one more time. From the window to the wall, till the sweat dripped down my nose. Oh, these bitches go. Come up in the club, might you working? Got to see you, female twerking, taking the clothes on, looking at me. Stl, don't disrespect to say I was in on this. King tunes and this be people go in the east side boys. All I can see is music. Bang, bang it up. Bang, bang it up. I said stop and wiggle with it. Stop and wiggle with it. Yeah, 3, 6, 9. Damn your eye. Suck it to me, baby, just one more time. From the window to the wall, till the sweat dripped down my nose. Oh, needed cheese. Oh, ski, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, ski, goddamn. Oh, ski, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, ski, goddamn.
Woo! Yeah. One of my best partners in crime. She just signed on. She says hi. That's Gina Picaro. So I gotta say, yeah, shout out to Gina. I love you. I miss your face, sister. Yes, Gina Picaro's sister. Yes. Yes.
I don't know if
Gina. Oh my gosh, she's such a blast.
I love
Holy.
Steve.
Oh yeah,
He
Steve's.
lives out there by me.
Oh, you're out there in Lincoln County.
But yeah.
Oh, bless your heart. Out in T. Roy. Are you in T. Roy?
T. Roy.
Oh yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's
I
longtime
believe the
friend.
strings on this guitar actually came from him.
Is that right? Oh, he's a total pro. What a sweetheart.
Yeah, I love Steve.
Definitely. Oh my God. Yeah, they're so much fun. I've known them forever. He is by far, wow. I mean, amazing.
Yeah. No.
Have you seen his shows? Have you seen the Steve Ray Vaughan tribute?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it was a couple years, probably around 18, 19. I think maybe might have been 19. And 19 was the last one I went to, and yeah, went down and seen him. So I had at the time he still had the shop, the guitar shop, and I bought a guitar from him or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing? You know, this date or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have anything going on." And at first I thought he was like asking about a gig or something, you know, and then
Right.
he's like, "Oh, you got these extra tickets. I was going to give you concert tickets or whatever to the tribute thing." And I
Yeah.
was like, "No way," because I'd always wanted to get down there and see it. I just never had a chance. And then of course the man himself gives you tickets. You go.
You go. That's it. Yeah. Don't make him mad. Yeah. He will come after you.
You asked
No.
me this on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. No. He's amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. I've known him for a long time.
My
He's
lead guitar player, Josh Braden, is actually one of his understudies.
really.
So Dead Format, you heard of them?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So that whole band, except for the one member, is actually my backing band now for what we do. So.
Why didn't you tell me? I'll play some Dead Format when we go on break again.
Awesome.
Yes.
Let's do
I-
that. Let's
yeah,
do that.
yeah,
I got some new stuff
definitely.
out.
Oh.
I'm not sure if he's released it yet, but I know
They're
it's coming.
great.
Yeah.
They need to bring their asses in here.
Y'all make sure. Yeah, I'll get them in here.
Get them in here.
I'll get 'em in here.
You could come with.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Of course. I'll come hang out.
Yes.
I'll get to hang out for once.
Yeah, you can hang out. Yeah.
See,
Like they're
I'm
not
saying-
going to make you sing. Okay,
You
whatever.
might do something, you know.
You can bring the weed.
I'll just bring the beat.
That's right. Just bring the weed. That's what you got to do.
Trying to think. Let's-
Do you know the water?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Let's see. What do you guys want to hear? You want to hear anything?
Whatever you want to
What's your
play.
favorite song?
I told you, understand, man.
Understand?
I know two people who played it did acoustic. It was John Shanahan and Tom Ackman, and it was a fluke thing. I said, "Can you do this one?" They did it on acoustic. I couldn't believe it. I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Well, do it. Do it.
I'm going to try. Can't say I'll.
I mean, if Chris Cornell could do anything on acoustic, why couldn't you do that? Right? It can be done.
You remember how to play it.
Gina says, "Yes, dude. Josh Braden in Dead Format. Yes."
Let's see there. How it goes. It's been forever.
You can do it. You can't go wrong with the song.
I'm not gonna embarrass myself, so I'm gonna do it.
No, you're not.
No.
No, you're not. If you can't do it, it's not a big deal.
Blank.
There you go.
Box never, never left. Something wrong, shut the light. Heavy thoughts tonight. Heavy comes wide. Dream the wall, dream the lights, dream the dragon's eye, and the chains will fire. Sleep with one eye open, gripping the pillow tight. Exhale night, and all night. Ain't my bell, but never, never left.
Woo! Yes! Yeah, yeah, yeah! That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You want to play some dead format?
Yes, I'll play some dead. You need a break? Okay, we're gonna play a little dead format. Yes, that's awesome. Let me find them real quick. We'll do a couple songs. First, we're gonna play a little Rick Chambers. Getting Away. We'll start with that, and then I'll put some dead format on. Episode 144. Chris Zumalt in the house. Listen to this guy and tell me what he thinks.
Ain't no crime. I ain't doing time for loving you, so I'm leaving you far behind. Ain't no sin. I ain't giving in, so I'm leaving you now. Go on back to where you've been. Cause after today, I ain't gonna play. 'Cause I'm getting away. Ain't no doubt, baby, I'm getting out, so I'm leaving you now. See what this world is all about. Ain't it a shame? Girl, I'm giving you back your name. We both know there's one to blame. 'Cause after today, I ain't gonna play. 'Cause I'm getting gonna hold you now, I'm gonna see it through. Ain't nothing that you can say. Ain't nothing you can ain't no crime. Baby, I ain't doing time for loving you, so I'm leaving you far behind. Ain't it a shame? Girl, I'm giving you back your name. We both know who's the one to blame. 'Cause after today, I ain't gonna play. 'Cause I'm getting away. 'Cause after today, I ain't gonna play. 'Cause I'm getting away.
buddies, you're not gonna fuck it up. Okay, you're gonna do a real great job. I wanna live in the city, I got no friends here. I wanna be in the lights and feel the rush. I wanna live in the city, I need some therapy. The silence when I'm outside is way too much. There's nothing to complain about, except the fact I can't go out. There's nothing I can say when I'm stuck inside all day. I wanna live in the city, chasing lights, chasing life. Wanna live in the city. Gotta fight, I know it's right. I wanna live in the city 'cause it's not dark there. I wanna get my days and nights mixed up. I wanna live in the city 'cause it's just not fair to be away from everything I love. There's nothing to complain about, except the fact I can't go out. There's nothing I can say when I'm stuck inside all day. I wanna live in the city, chasing lights, chasing life. Wanna live in the city. Gotta fight, know it's right.
I like that kind of ending. That's cool. Yes! Dead Format featuring Steve Porcaro. I mean, you can't go wrong when you got him on one of your songs.
You wanna live
For
in the
fuck's sake,
city.
I mean, God. I did a benefit, and Steve Porcaro and Tony Campanella got on stage, and they hadn't been on stage together in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole place just came to their knees. It was like everybody's going, "Holy shit!" I mean, those two are just monsters. I mean, they're just killer shredders, and
Huge.
just
St. Louis.
their chemistry's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to play together a lot,
Yeah.
but you know, they both got their own separate projects and all that kind of stuff going on. But
No, life happens.
oh yeah,
For sure. And, you know,
and Steve always has some. He's always got some killer artists that on his show.
yeah.
When he does the Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute, there's a bunch of people that have played with him. You know,
sure.
I interviewed a few of them after one of his shows at the pageant. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Jimmy Rolfing got to play, and I was so nervous. I said, you know Jimmy Rolfing? Jimmy and the Chets is his band.
Yeah.
And he got to play for the
know who you're
first
talking
time on that stage. He said, I was so nervous. I said, I mean, to play with, he's like, did you see who I was playing with? I said, he's pretty intimidating, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For sure.
I'm sure. No, and Joshua is just phenomenal. I mean, he's, you know, there's probably more aggressive players out there, but when it comes to just like coming up with that, just what's supposed to be there every time.
And they've got a great sound. They got a unique sound.
Yeah, as far as that format there.
His voice is just, it's one of those, you know, different. I like it. It's very cool.
They're very good.
You hear that, Josh? We're calling you out. Your ass better get in here.
Yep,
Bring the
that's right.
band.
We're calling you out. Calling you out, buddy.
He's bringing the weed. I'll bring the booze.
We're going to do this again here soon with all of us. We'll do a little Dead Format and Chris Zumalt Music and Friends kind of,
That's right.
collab show.
That's right. Definitely, for sure. Definitely.
Our plan is to definitely just take over as much as we can in 24. We're all talented enough to do it. It's just a matter of getting out there and making the wave. And we've already kind of set the stage for that.
Well, why don't you
this
guys maybe put together put some shows together, like do a showcase thing, like either Pops or Red Flag or any of those places?
We haven't yet. I'm still new to working on that side of things as far as like the ticket sales and all that kind of, those are different types of shows.
We'll talk about that after the show. But yes,
all right.
yeah, definitely. I mean, especially with your two different sounds, you're going to have twice the audience.
Right.
And they're going to hang around because...
Or things we can put on the bill, too. So, so yeah.
Usually when you do that, I've noticed we put together 2 different bands or 3 different bands, and all 3 different groups will come out, and they will stay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To listen to the other bands because...
These days, I think people are more melded as far as genres. It's not so much, I'm only this or I'm only that.
Right.
Nowadays, it's more cross, people listen to, where back in the day, it was more if you were either a rocker and that was it, or you know what I mean?
Country.
Yeah, or country.
But there's so much that is all over. It's all...
And nowadays, there's so many, like for instance, my originals. When I do drop an album, I haven't quite figured it out, but basically it's going to be like the Eclectic Collection. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the name of the album, because none of them sound the same. There's no genre there. It's all over the map. It's just like my covers.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean that
but it's not
suits
the norm.
everybody.
It doesn't fit the.
Right.
It's not that. Here's the recipe.
Yeah, you can't just pick one song.
No.
There's too much out there.
And for whatever reasons, my originals don't come that way. Like there's none of them are the same. One's bluesy, one's country, one's like rockabilly, one's got more of a rock vibe to it, and then one's kind of almost alternative rock. You know what I mean? They're all over the map. So
like the Beastie Boys.
Pretty much.
They transcend over every genre. I mean, I think they've covered everything. And in their songs, they'll have 4 different genres in one song. It's like, like they said, it's always a big party when you listen to those guys because they're just a blast.
Yeah.
They really are. They're not. You can't put them in one category.
No,
but there's a few bands like that.
So no, and look at Jelly Roll. I mean, he came out of rap and country rock or country rap and all that stuff, and then now he's mainstream country, as big as anybody.
But he comes across as a real person.
That's the key.
And the girlfriend. Everybody loves the love with the girlfriend. I mean, they're just so adorable, and everybody can relate to all that stuff. It's just he's doing it right because he's not just a guy out there playing music. So
that's true too. And he's doing things that most artists didn't do as far as the community stuff, to give back. You know what I mean?
And he's not your typical cookie cutter rock and roll guy.
No.
He's a big guy. He's got tattoos.
He's
his whole life. His whole life is all over him, and everything.
Right.
So, which is cool because.
And he'll tell you he's been through it.
Well, and that's awesome. So, but
I identify with that as well as because that's one thing. I pretty much am open with all the things that, what I mean, as far as what I've gone through and stuff in my life and the challenges I've faced and things like that. So, so I can identify with that. So, it helps. And then his music is just it's definitely and some people don't like him. Some it's not for everybody, and that's okay too. I personally I like music all over the place. There's not one genre that I like more than the other. Maybe certain times growing up, I might have liked certain genres more than the other, and then you'd phase out of that and get bored or whatever. And
you probably relate to a certain genre better, like maybe classic rock, classic rock country, somewhere in the middle of all that stuff.
For sure, like the Southern rock thing.
Versus something else like classic music or orchestra or
course,
opera or anything like that.
Yeah,
but there's something in it for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what.
And there's similarities between it all too. It all relates and correlates together. I mean, there's only 7 notes, in music. That's it. That's all you get.
Right.
Now, make it your own.
Exactly. For sure. Well, do you ever go out to any of the jam nights? Are you a jam? A lot of people can't stand it. I don't want to do a jam night, and I get it because it's annoying. But do you ever want to just go out and just do it?
I haven't done it lately.
Come out to Parrots next Wednesday because that's my open jam. I do first Wednesday of the month. I can get you a gig because they're going to love you.
Well,
That's how you get an audition. Just saying.
Wednesday? Hold
The first Wednesday of October, whatever it is.
Is that my studio day?
I don't know. Is that your studio day? Well, it's from 8:30 to 12:30.
Okay, look. Oh, no. I might be able to do that.
Yeah. So you can either play with the whole band or you can just do a solo thing, whatever you want.
Let's see if the guys are up to it. We might
So
be
yeah,
able
you
to-
bring the whole band. You
might be able to
audition, you
them
get a
out of the
gig.
house.
Because I know they're gonna love you. So.
Oh, yeah. I honestly, even when I thought I was doing terrible, I've never had a venue be like, we just didn't like you.
Right. Do you do a lot of the wineries? Are you doing a lot of the wineries or
I've
not?
done some of the stuff. Now that I'm doing like the 1837 bar at
Mm-hmm.
or Herman and stuff like that, I've been looking into the different wineries around the areas and stuff. I never really played that circuit before, just because I wasn't aware how crazy that circuit is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I just
Yes,
didn't
I know
even-
exactly what it is because I bartended at several of them, and yeah.
And now that I know definitely what's out there and what's the potential of that
Mm-hmm.
situation, then I might get into that. But I also am trying to. It's over the years I've always done the covers and the gigs
Mm-hmm,
like that, and so I'm trying to figure out how do I, successfully transition from that to the original artist and not stay in that circuit and be that circuit musician.
Well, no, you don't
You know
have
what I mean?
to.
Like-
No, do like Picaro did and Zumalt.
Yeah.
You've got Hammerstones, and that's a killer venue.
Yeah.
They do a lot of original music,
Okay.
1860s.
Yeah. And that's what I think I
Molly's.
need to do is just
Yeah.
once I get to the point where I can build more original stuff too, that I can, you know what I mean? Work
To
toward-
mix it up.
I'm
There's
just
a-
trying to transition that, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
because there's definitely a difference between the two. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So and nothing wrong with being a circuit musician or whatever, but that's just not my goal. I don't want to play every day.
Right.
For $75 or whatever.
Right,
just
right.
Roll around the town doing that every day. One, I feel like how can anyone ever miss me if I'm not ever gone? Two, I feel like in a way that kind of hurts the industry as far as the pay and all that stuff.
Well,
So-
Jeremiah Johnson started out he started out as a doing covers.
Mhm.
His band was called Next Rad, which is
Yeah.
X-Rad spelled backwards. He
Yeah.
over Blind Melon and all that. And then he
Right.
said, "I'm going to get back to my roots," and he does original music.
Right.
He's played Hammerstones religiously, and it was all his own music. He didn't play any covers.
Right.
So, and a few of the other, but that was when the Shanty was open and some of the other venues he played 1860s. But
Yeah.
he stayed true to his own music, and he's doing very well.
Yeah, no, he
so,
is. He is.
he is definitely an
He's one
inspiration,
of-
but he very hardworking guy. I mean, he still had a full-time day gig.
Yeah.
I believe he still does have it.
Right.
But yeah, he's what is on 7th CD now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
He's
so,
doing awesome.
something to
His
think
music's
about.
Doing great.
Just to get your name out there.
Oh yeah, no, and don't get me wrong. I don't mean to say that that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it is just something I've noticed, like especially like around Nashville and stuff like that. The reason people play for free in Nashville is because there's so many people that will do it. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things that just kind of hurts the industry.
Right.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
people are stabbing themselves in the foot without realizing it. If more
Right.
people would just go, hey, I can take a no from a venue. Maybe my price is too high from now, but when they realize that I'm worth it or
Right.
I'm worth, they'll come to me. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it's one of those things of just kind of strong holding and putting your foot down and figuring out.
Well, yeah, you have to.
How to work less and make more. That too, because
Definitely.
my
I
body
know.
is a tool, and if I wear it out completely, what am I going to do?
Right. Yeah, it's really sad. When I was booking bands back in, 100 years ago, 2012, 13.
Yeah.
I mean, they were not making what they should have been making.
Right.
Because in the 80s, the money was stupid.
Right.
But then it started to slowly go down, go down, go down, go
It's
down.
just more people being willing to do
And
something
it's-
for nothing
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
it is. And it really
sad.
sucks. But then again, they want to play.
Well, yeah, and I get that too because I've been there too. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, it's just I don't know. I just wish as a whole more artists or more musicians had the business side of it because there's a lot of them that just don't really see the big picture of it all. You know what I mean?
Well, some of them don't want to deal with it because it's such a pain in the ass.
Well,
I
that
mean, when I
too,
was booking,
but-
I had some venues that can they bring anybody? They didn't care if they sounded good or not. They just wanted the bodies in the door.
Yeah, it's popularity
and then it was
contest.
like, and my biggest argument was it has to come from both sides.
Yeah. Yes.
We're going to advertise. You have to advertise, you know. But then again, once again, our city is so saturated with so many great musicians.
too.
Every venue is full every weekend, and it's hard to
Get your foot in the door.
to corner that market. It's just it's
And it's cutthroat. It is.
it's very bittersweet.
It's easier said than done too.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if we don't talk about these things, nothing gets done.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody changes. Nobody changes the mindset. You know what I mean? So, but you're absolutely correct. Venue. It's not just a lot of venues do put it on the artist, and then there's artists that put it on the venue, and it's like
You can't do that. It's
everybody
got to be
should
both sides.
doing their part for sure.
I had
So,
one band that was so horrible. I'm not even tell you who it was. It was a long time ago. They were so horrible. I couldn't get them booked anywhere. I had venues tell me, "Don't bring them back.
Right.
I don't want them back."
Yeah.
But there was one venue, loved them because they brought everybody and their brother, and they were not that.
hometown.
But it was
It was
just
right there.
yeah. And I said,
Drinking
"Okay,
buddies.
great." And they did a 2-night show, once a month at this venue, and they made a killing. And I was like, "Okay, whatever works." But that was just one of those really strange, oddball kind of things. But yeah,
that happens.
yeah, it does happen.
And that's also the different levels of things too. There's, back in the day, this was more of a hobby for me. It was something that I did to get a release or whatever. As far as if I was going insane, kept me sane, kept me grounded, level-headed, all that kind of stuff. And so there's people that do it for that. There's people that do it for professional. There's people that so there's a lot of levels to it all, and I think that kind of trips things up too. And not that it does it on purpose, but sometimes it can do that.
Josh Braden, hi, thank you so much for thinking of us. We'll be giving you lots of new music soon enough. Okay.
That's awesome.
Not Steve, that's Josh's band. Oh, wait, now they're talking to each other. Let's see. He has a wide range, totally blows me away. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're talking.
They're all talking.
They're talking to each other.
That's awesome.
In the comments on the show, so it's all
All
good.
right. All right.
So how about two more?
Two more songs?
Two more songs.
You want me to play two more
Yes,
songs?
we're going to do two more songs.
Two more songs.
And then we'll let you go.
Oh, of course.
Just two more.
Let me think here.
You got two more in you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Either way.
I figured you would.
Either way. I'm just trying to think if I want to do originals or...
Why don't you do one of each?
Let's see.
J-Dub Soldier says, Chris, you rock, brother.
What's up, J-Dub?
That's one of my,
Richard Breland says he has a wide range. It totally blows me away every time. He said Melissa's pretty awesome too. Always a crowd pleaser. Yes. Yes. So. All right. So Dead Format's going to be here soon with all their new songs and their new singer.
Nice.
They got to be now.
Put me on the spot. Let's see. Let's do a Chris Stapleton.
It says, okay, Chris says, okay. Gina says, Chris, you sound amazing. Keep it going.
Oh, thank you, Gina.
Gina Picaro.
Now the road rolls on like a welcome mat. Hit up ass in the mama air. I ain't got no kind of bed. Head out down and I can stay. I got friends out on the road. Jump in the water and see what it goes. We've been saving for rainy day. Let's beat the storm beyond our way. It don't matter to me wherever we are, I wanna be. Only for once in a life, let's take our chance and roll the dice. I can be your lucky, you can be my only fool. some nights might feel going down. Nobody wins the bet losing. I wrote down the ones we're choosing. Some days we look back inside. Now was worth every mile. It don't matter to me where we are, I wanna be. Only the ones in life, let's take our chances, roll down. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover. Stop moving. It don't matter to me where we are, but I wanna be. Only the ones that allow us to take our chance, roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover. Stop moving. Stop moving.
Very nice. Very good. No, thank you. Okay, so I got to give a couple shout outs here. First to my sister Judy, Charlotte Judy. She's been around for 23 years. Oh, she's been around longer, but the bar's been around for 23 years. So, yes, shout out to Judy. And Tom Turbock. He is a staple in this community. You know Tom, don't you? Turbock's Militia. Tom Turbock, he was on Casey for a while. He's been around forever, so he's my longtime buddy. Shout out to Tommy and General Patton. Yep, that's him. And of course to Vance Towns. His band is Bad Tattoo. I did not look up to see where they're playing this weekend, if they're playing, but he does a show with Todd Kohlers, KGF Rocks, every Thursday night. He plays original artists. He does the same thing that we're doing. So big shout out to Vance Towns and his bunny. Yes. His wife's name is Bridget, but he calls her Bunny. So. All right. So one more song from Mr. Chris Zumalt, episode 144, Stl Roar, Louis Wood Productions, and Soldier by Blood. So what are we going to hear?
All right, so this one is an original that should be coming up here soon, and basically it's, I haven't fully named it yet, but I think it's going to be like a good glass of wine or something. So we'll see.
Awesome.
I got a girl, she's so fine. She reminds me of a good glass of wine. Not too out, not too sweet. It's smooth as baby's feet. Go down smooth. Ooh, she makes you want another drink. last. She's always smiling, and of course, always smiling. She go down smooth. Oh, she makes one another dream. I got a girl, she's so fine.
Whoa, very good. That's awesome. We got lots of love on that song from everybody. And Vanstown says hit him up, so I'll get you his info and you can
Sweet.
hook up with him. Yeah, he does a thing Thursday night, so yeah.
Nice.
We're going to saturate the airwaves with Mr. Chris Zumalt Music, or Christopher Zumalt. Once again, all your socials.
Chris Zumalt Music is the like ad handle or tag or whatever.
Right.
And then like for streaming, it's Christopher Zumalt as the artist.
Very cool. And you're not playing until next weekend, the 8th?
Yeah, the 8th, and then
And that's at Corey's Twin Gables?
Yeah, Corey's Twin Gables, Marthasville. Yep.
Is that a daytime show, or what? I don't-
is it?
I don't know.
Usually Saturday, I believe.
They usually do afternoon stuff, right?
Yeah. No, maybe it is Sunday. So it might be 6 o'clock. I'd have to look.
That's okay.
It's 2 weeks.
You're
ago,
there.
so, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, mark your calendars.
If you
Look
go
it
to
up.
Zumalt Music, it's the events there. All
Right.
events.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you so much. We will see you next week.
Make sure you follow Stl Roar
Stl Roar.
and Louie.
Louie Wood Productions, Louie Wood Studios, Soldier by Blood, episode 144, Chris Zumalt. See you next time.
Your number one source for exposure and promotion. You want to host your own podcast? SoldierByBlood.com. You want to know where the hottest artists are? SoldierByBlood.com. You want real support? SoldierByBlood.com. Go to SoldierByBlood.com for more info.